So we're going to start today our lesson number 4, which is reading raw data files. Now, the glimpse of how to read raw data files, I did give you some idea about reading unstructured data. We are going to see here how we'll be reading this type of data in our program with the information with formatted input. Okay. So what is formatted input and how to read data, we'll see it. Now understand here. If you observe this, this is a raw file which is of .dat type. Okay, so the data set is offers.dat. So that means it's just a flat file where we have just the values. So from this values, we have to create a structured data with column names and properly the names read. All right, so this data is offers.dat. So from reading from this raw file, you have to create from this unstructured data file, we have to create structured data set. So if you observe this carefully, this is a data where you have customer type, and from here it's reading or it's representing dates. Then we have some of value, which is suppose we are going to read it as item group, and then we have discount. So this discount, if you'll see, it's 15%, 7%, 10%. So it's having special signs, which is percent. This date is also having slash. So this is how we'll give the instructions to SAS, that how we'll be giving this or giving instructions so that it reads these values appropriately and it puts it into the specific columns. All right. So we have this data with us. So in case if you have your raw files wherever you might have saved it, so even I'll have to look into that raw file. Just a second. All right. So this is the same data. So if I'll see this orders data, I will have to view it or I'll have to open it. So I'll ask it to open into Notepad. Okay. I'll try to ask us to open with Notepad. So see, this is the raw file where we simply have the values. Okay, so there is no information given for which column these values are. So this is what is called as unstructured data. Now, if you will observe this unstructured data, it's properly starting in specific column, so that in case if you give this as customer type, so it's starting the value at column 1, 2, 3, 4. So till fourth column, we have customer type. Then from the fifth column, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 till 12. From column number 6, it should start reading, or column number 5, sorry, it should start reading date. Correct? So post 12, there is a space. So it's 13th is a space, and from 14th column onwards, you have type. And accordingly, like this, we'll have to give instructions to SAS so that it reads the values accordingly. Okay, so first and foremost, now because we are working into our um, studio, so let me check within studio we have orders data. Okay, so let me check its properties. Yes, so we'll have to provide the information to read this data, because this data is not a structured data. We are not going to give the information like this with set statement as an input data source. We are going to create a data of offers or orders, whatever the data is, by reading it from a raw file. So we are going to give in file and we are going to give the path where this raw file is saved for us along with its extension. So instead of writing set statement, we are giving in file statement. In file means read in the file into your SAS environment from your external path wherever your raw file is saved. So we are giving this is saved in this path and the name of the file along with its extension, and we are going to give the informations to read the columns with the help of your input statement. So with input statement, we'll be telling SAS that at the rate, it's called as a column pointer 1, it should start reading the column. The name of the column we gave it as customer underscore type. Fine. Then at the rate at column number 5, it should start reading date. Fine. Then we had seen that at the rate at what column? So this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 is space. From 14th onwards, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. All right. So from 14th onwards, it should start reading at the rate 14th column. It should start reading the
14
column
or
name as,
15?
is it 14 or 15? So see
Oh,
here it was 12, 13 is the space. This is 14.
14. Okay.
Okay. Fine.
Mm-hmm.
And 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And at 22nd, it is going to be percent. So at the rate 22nd column, it's called as, suppose, let's see, percent. Okay, it's a column name. Fine. I'm not giving any further instructions, but let's see how it's reading. So it's giving me, it's not able to read the column values. So it's giving me everywhere blank. Now it's telling here, if you'll see the log, it's giving you some instructions telling that invalid data for customer type, invalid data for date, invalid data for types, percent. And if you'll check the values, these are the values. And for every column in PDV, it's not able to read the value. All right. So this cust type, it's starting from column number 1 till column number 4, correct? So this is the imaginary ruler which is coming here in the backend for us in the memory, where SAS is reading this observation, and this is what it's telling. It's column number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 10. This is 15, 20. Okay, so this is the ruler for us in the memory for your raw file. Now this raw file, it's reading when in your data step, when it's into your execution mode, your in file statement locals the raw file. So when a raw file is read, SAS creates in the memory a buffer area called as input buffer, where it is reading this raw file record, and your PDV is converting from raw file record to a SAS dataset. Okay, and we know at the time of processing, by default, there are two temporary variables created in PDV: underscore error underscore n underscore. So underscore n underscore, it's telling your data step iteration, whereas underscore error underscore 1, why it's 1? Because you know it's a Boolean expression. That error indicates whether error is occurred or no. If the error occurs, the value is 1. If it is no error, the value is 0. Whereas this is your data step iteration cycle number. Now everywhere it's giving, when you get this type of information in log, that means it's a data error. Data error in a sense, the instructions which we have provided to SAS to read the data as per your input statement is not matching for your records to be read. Hence, it is called as data error. So data error occurs when the instructions provided to SAS to read the columns, it's not as per your data, then it is a data error. Hence, it's telling invalid data for customer type in line number 1 from column 1 to 12. Then it's telling invalid data for your column date in line number 1 from column 5 to column 12. So this is what it's coming. All right. So first, second, third, fourth, and from fifth column, yes, we had date. So did we give it correct? At the rate 5 date. Okay. Yes. So we have to tell type is going to be a character type of data. Correct. So percent, because it has special sign, let's put that also character. Now why character? I'll let you know again here. So in case if we give this type of instructions, is it going to still give us the same data error or it will read? So yes, it's reading these values, but it's not taking customer type. So let us check with customer type values. Okay. So in case a customer type also, I provide dollar sign. So dollar, you know, it's an instructions telling that the data values are character type. So look at here. So now it's taking. So now if you'll see these columns, its type are all character. But look at here now, it's not taking it correctly. Let us give this instructions correctly, whether it is customer ID 154. Okay. It's still taking this
Maybe
value
we
in
gave
customer ID.
character
Your
sign
voice is
in
not coming.
customer type. That's why that slash is there now. That's why it's taking it slash big slash. We call special character thing.
Let me now try this way. Now that is either I give this way also is fine. Let me check. Hmm. Fine. Now what is happening? Now either you can give the column name and the range of values in the column, or you can directly give the pointer control. Now why it was giving you this error earlier, I'll explain you. But now look at here. Until and unless we did not give this dollar sign, it was not taking the values for date, type, and percentage. Okay, now in case I remove this for percent and date also, all right, let's run and see how it's processing. See, date it's taking numeric, percent is taking numeric, but it's not able to read the values. It's able to read the value for customer type. Types, of course, it's character because we have already given that type variable is a character variable. Hence, it's taking the values. But percent and date, it's not taking. But in case if I provide dollar sign for date, and percent sign for percentage, the dollar sign, it's reading the values, but the values are not at all reading as numeric, but it's reading its type is going to be character. So is date going to be character or percent is going to be character for us? Ultimately in your data, do we really require it as character type of data values?
No.
No, because date is never saved as character, nor this is going to be saved as character. Now, why it's happening? Because if you observed your data very carefully,
Special.
these are numbers, and numbers we know when they have any special signs, they are not considered as standard numeric data. So this is not at all standard numeric data. Same comes here also. Why? Because as per SAS, what are the numeric values where we have digits, we have simple digits, we have decimal places, we have exponential notations. So that is considered as standard numeric data, correct? So this is not considered as standard numeric data. Why? Because it contains special sign. So this special sign, SAS delimits or it stops SAS to read the values. Hence, if we give dollar sign in our column specification, it's going to read the value, because dollar sign indicates the values to be as character because it's having special signs. So the values, though they are numeric, but they are saving it as character. So this is what now we are getting introduced to your data, or this is the scenario where it's telling reading raw data files with formatted input. Now, what does this mean, formatted input? It means we are going to give the instructions to SAS in such a way that we are going to ask SAS to read these values in which format they are saved in your raw file, so that SAS will read in this format and save it as numeric values. Same goes here also. Understood now?
Yeah.
So if you see this properly, we will find this is month, day and year, month, day and year. So if we'll check month, day, year, it is in the format as MMDDYY and the width is 8. Correct? So same instructions, instead of dollar sign, if I give SAS that I'm asking SAS to read it as MMDDYY 8 dot. So this instructions I'm telling SAS to read it as MMDDYY8 dot. We are not asking to format it. We are asking to read in this form. Hence, it's also called as format in formats. In format means it's an instructions to read in this format. Same with percent column also. Instead of dollar sign, I'm going to ask SAS to read it as percent 3 dot, or yes, it's 3 dot. Fine.
Then can
So
it read as a numeric value then?
yes, now it will read in that format and it will save it as numbers.
Okay.
See, your dates have been converted into SAS date and percent is converted into numbers.
Mhm.
Got it?
Yeah.
So this is called as in format instructions, and this type of method where we are giving instructions in input statement to read the columns along with its in format is called as formatted input. Hence, this is termed the heading as reading raw file with formatted input. So this was the business scenario. Is telling management wants to analyze discount offer data. The data currently resides in a raw file and needs to be converted to a SAS data set. So for your work, how often do you read this raw file? Now now this question is generalized question for those people who already might be working on some data files for them. So for us, it is going to be never. Okay. So this is what it's just input statement describes the arrangement of values in input data record and assigns input value to corresponding variable. So this is what the insight it's telling. Input statement is instructions to SAS telling how to read the raw file in which from which your raw file you're going to read for this column, and how we are going to ask to put these values into your PDV to create your data sets. That's what it's telling. Input statement describes the arrangement of values in input data, raw data record, and assigns the input value in corresponding variable. So according to this instructions, we are asking to read the column and assign the values. Read the column from this column, starting from this column, to read it as per this instructions. All right. So this type of input, we call it as formatted input. All
But
right.
our table is not exactly like them, right?
Which table? Raw file. So this is the raw file.
No, no. They
And this is our
converted into,
expected. So if we had seen this output data set, this is our output result.
yeah, but in
Data
dates
set.
they shows different dates, right? Like 15 December or something, and they wrote like that.
Yeah.
In
So
their table.
So that is what it's telling, that your originally raw file, the data is in the formatted form of date.
Okay.
So we are going to convert this into SAS data. So we know dates in SAS, when we are giving instructions to read this, SAS cannot read this numbers directly because it has special signs.
Yes, that I
That
got it.
is, yeah, that is why, see, when we give in format, it's reading as SAS date in number of days now.
Hmm.
Now, in case if you want to view this data, if you write proc print data equal to offers, I write format and I apply format on date as MMDDYY, suppose the same date format. All right.
Hmm.
And I use run. Now when I see this proc print, I check the output. Now my dates are in this same format applied. Originally, my data which has been created is going to be as a SAS date, which is in the form of number of days. So what SAS has done? SAS has read that in format value or instructions of in format to read it as MMDDYY, and it is saved as SAS date, which is in the form of number of days.
Okay, but what format we have to give if we want exactly same like
Yeah,
that?
Ashwini, if we can give in data step format after the input, we can
That
give.
is also fine. So that will be a permanent format applied to that data value. That means whenever you open this data and see the format which is you've written in data step, it will display in the same format. See,
Hmm. So it will the original
because
data.
yeah, because if you'll see the contents of this, it's telling we have applied the format as MMDDYY. If you see the proc contents now, data equal to offers. So this contents will give you an attribute for your column, which is now my content spelling was missing or it's wrong. That's why it's giving me this. So proc contents, you know what proc contents does? It gives you the descriptive portion of your data set. So if you see at the bottom, we have an attribute format added. For my date, we have applied a permanent format so that whenever we open this data set, we'll see the data will be applied with the permanent, or it will be displayed always the date in that format always. So whenever you want to display your data with a different format, in your report, you can always change this proc print with this. Now you can give a new format date 9 dot. So this is only for display purpose that the format is changed, but originally your data is saved with the MMDDYY format. Same will go with percent also. So you're also, so if you want this percent to be saved permanently with this format, you can also write the same thing as a percent as to be applied as a format. You give it here and just check along with proc print and proc content and your data. So when your data set is created, the data will be saved with the original format itself. So where we have percentage 3 dot, or we apply it as 4 dot. Let me check whether it's working to apply format. The width was having some issue here, so I have increased the width, but its width is going to be too big. So let me apply a percent 3 dot. It's not working, right? Instead of width, I just simply apply percent dot. Okay, will not give width while applying a format, so it will take care of the width and apply the percent. See, so if we check the contents, so if I check this percent column contents, see format is percent dot. So see again, so in the attribute, see a new attribute format column is added for your column percent, And this is your proc print display where you have this original percent and this mmddyy is now replaced with date 9 dot of format to be displayed with proc print. And this is your original format, which is percent on your percent column. Got it? I hope it's clear, understood.
Yes.
Any questions here?
No.
Okay. So that's what. Okay, now let's understand what are the different styles of input statement. Now this input statement where we give pointer control along with in formats, it's called as formatted input. When I give the instructions start point and end point, it's called as column input method. Okay, so that is what it's telling, column input. It is standard data in fixed columns. Fixed columns, that is why we give it as starting column to end column. Okay. Whereas formatted input standard and non-standard data in fixed column. Yes, in our raw file, we do have mixture of data values where we have standard as well as non-standard data. Hence, your column input, instead of column input, we used formatted input. Now list input comes when we read raw file which has delimiters. So what are delimiters? If we have raw files separated by commas. So how to give instructions? I'll give that. I'll show that example. Whereas named input is something like when we have standard data. Now when we call standard data is any data where SAS can read it easily without any special instructions. It's called as standard data. Whereas non-standard data is that data where we need to provide instructions to SAS to how to read that data is called as non-standard data. So in our example, standard data was type of customer ID or your simple customers and our type, correct? So those are simple values which SAS can read it without any special instructions. But date, percent column. So these were the columns where we need to give instructions to SAS how to read data. Hence those values are termed as non-standard data. All right. So this is how it is. Standard and non-standard data is telling standard data is data that SAS can read without any additional instruction. So for example, your character data is always a standard data. Some numeric values are standard and some are not. So see, these are all standard numeric values with negative sign. Also, it can read with decimal places with your exponential. So this is how this is standard numeric data. Whereas these are all non-standard numeric data. All right. Fine. So standard numeric data and non-standard numeric data. So see, these are numbers, but they have special signs. Numbers, but special sign. Number, but special sign, which is comma. Date is also standard, non-standard with this slash, whereas this is again a non-standard data. Okay, now looking at the previous slide's explanation, if you have this type of columns and this type of data, which is mixture of standard and non-standard data value, which style of input statement you'll use? So this was it, standard and non-standard data. If you have fixed columns and both is the mixture, then you can use formatted input style. Okay, so formatted input is the best style of input statement specification to read this type of data. So though this data is in fixed columns and it has both standard and non-standard data values. So this is how it's telling. Okay, so that is why earlier in our program, instead of giving this way, also I can give the instructions where this is one example of your fixed column width. I write @1, first column is customer ID, where I give the width or in format as 4 dot. All right, and now this is properly called as formatted input style of data. So your customer ID is numeric, date is SAS date format, which is in the form of number of days. But because this date we have written your format statement in your data step, hence it's having permanent format applied mmddy by 8 dot, hence it's been displayed in your data set itself with this format. Then we have type column, which is character, and percent column with this percent sign. Again, percent column, it's actually saved as numeric, but because we have applied format in data step, it is displaying with this permanent format on this data value. So this is how it is. So how is your input statement written? Input pointer control, which is your column pointer control at the rate first column or at the first column of this value. The column has to be created in your data set called work.discounts as customer type and read it till 4 vid. That is what we had given. That is what it was telling. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 4 vid. So it's W dot. So it is in format. We are telling it how to read with 4 dot, which is vid dot. Okay. Then we are telling start from at the rate column 5. The value it should be offer date, the name of the column, and this values has to be read in an format called as mmddy by 8 dot. So this instructions we are asking to in format, that means read in this particular format. It's not apply a format. Okay, format is always applied with your format statement. This is always applying, whereas this is how to read, hence we call it as in format. Okay, whereas at the rate 14th column, the column which has to be created in your data set is item group. It should be read as $8 dot. So here let us do the same thing. It's $8 dot. That it's telling it's dollar means character type, and it should read 8 characters from your raw file. So see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So with this width, when you provide, no need to give any length, specific length statement for your columns to be provided. Okay, so this width is taking care where the columns which are created will be created with that specific length itself. See, length of 8. Same goes with customer type. By default, it's taking new because it's numeric. Default, it's taking length in SAS as 8. For date also, because it's reading it in the form of mmddy by 8 dot, its length is 8. Type, because we have 8 characters max, and it's reading from that column till its maximum 8 characters. So 8 is the length. And percent, it's numeric column. Hence, by default, numeric column, it's taking 8 bytes.
What sign it's showing for date?
Where in
In
your
table.
data set?
Yeah, if you go that table.
That is just enhanced way of representing as calendar.
Oh, okay.
But actually, it is the numeric type of data for us. Correct in SAS?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because first time I saw this sign, so I asked.
Correct. It is just a way of enhancing that it's a calendar. Table calendar we have.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a
Same like that.
calendar. Yeah.
Okay.
Icon is calendar. So this is pointer control, your variable, and it's in format. Remember, in format also you have to provide this period. As we provide format statement that what format needs to be applied and we give this period, same thing in format also it should end with period. Okay. Yes, so starting position variable and it's in format. In format means instructions given to SAS how to read the raw file. So this is how it happens in the backend. See, it creates a area in the memory called as input buffer, where you have logical ruler in the memory, and for your raw file, it holds the value in this input buffer. So when you write @1 code $4 dot, so it goes to the first column with 4 vid, it takes the value for your column, or it reads the value as code with this value. So when you also have the column pointer, you have another method where you can write plus n, that is +1. That means at the end of your fourth column or your fourth value in this column, +1, that is +1, immediately you have the value called as date, which should be read as mmddy8 dot. So it's telling column pointer controls are of two type. Either you write @n, which moves the pointer directly to a specific column n, or you write +1, that means it moves the column pointer how many positions you want to move. Now because you have given +1, that means post reading 4 values of this instructions +1, you have the blank space, so it will start reading the value from this value of this column. So this is various ways of writing, but best way you can always use @n, which is directly pointing to the column. Okay, and informat specifies following. So what it specifies, the width of the input field, that's what we are telling, how many values or how many widths or how many spaces it should read. Same goes here. And how to read your values stored in the field. So in our field in raw file, the value which is stored is in the form of mmddyy, and it should read till 8 places. This is character value, it should read 4 places, so hence 4 places, so this 8 places. All right, so this is the instructions with informat. So this is the definition. If you can tell it's a definition, yes, this is the definition of informat. All right, so this is some of the examples of informat. Same examples are with format, only thing is we apply it, but here we are asking it how to read it. So whenever you write $7 dot or $7 dot, so this is your original raw file value. Aim is to remove special signs and save as simple numbers. So either write you 7 dot or $7 or comma 7 dot. 7, you know, it's a vid. It will remove special signs and save as simple numbers. So this also is the same thing. This is European figure where you write comma x $x, where you do not have comma at 1000 places, but it represents us as period. Of course, you write if you write $x, so it write $12 dot. So it will remove special signs and save it as numbers. So
when
euro
we
x,
have the like 12.345, right? So when you have point, I mean period in this number, you have to use x.
No, yes, $x or comma x. Absolutely correct. Yes.
Because here is comma and here is
yes. Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
So %3 dot. So it will remove special sign. Total width is 3. Simply, it will save it as number in the 0.15 as a number. Okay. So this is how with numbers are. This is how with dates. You know this dates, correct? So it is going to be saved as number of days. All right. So as per our instructions, so this is the column specifications, customer type, offer date, item group, discount. So this is what it's telling, input $1, customer type 4 dot. So what is $1? That is your column pointer, right? From the first column, 4 places, it should take the values for customer type column. So yes, what will be the instructions for this column as per this instructions?
Offer date is on 5th number of.
So @5 offer date, and what will be the value you tell it's how the instructions to read it?
DDMMYY, no?
It's mmddyy, total width is 8 dot.
8 dot, yeah.
So this is how it should be. So this is the starting point of the column @14 item group. Because it's character, you write dollar and the total width is 8. So you give it as
$8.
$8 dot. So
Mm.
this is, now we'll see how it compiles. Now when you write this data step at the backend, SAS during compilation, because it reads, now when it starts reading your data step from top to bottom, step by step, when it encounters in file during compilation, it's telling, it's an instructions that we are reading from a raw file. SAS will create input buffer like this in the memory with this logical imaginary ruler. Okay, and with this column instructions, your PDV is created. Column name, type, length. Column name, type,
What is that?
length.
1 and 2. Or
It's like one, it's
one
like this is,
above row input
yeah,
buffer.
this is, that means, yeah, this is 15th 5
Fifth.
column. This is 10.
Oh,
Same,
okay.
this is 20th, like
10
this.
tens and 2 tens. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So during execution, we know your PDV at initial phase has to be vacant. Hence, it gets initialized your PDV to missing. Numeric variable initialized to missing as period, character with blank. So now when it reads in file, SAS knows when it is in file, it will go to that path to read this raw file. It will just locate, it's not reading the raw file record into this. In file means it is just instructions or direction where your raw file is located so that it goes to that location. When it encounters input statement, that time only the first record of your raw file is read into input buffer. Hence it's telling load input buffer when it encounters input statement. So only this word, when it encounters your raw file first record, is loaded into input buffer. Now, as per this instructions from your input buffer, your raw record will be converted into SAS dataset. All right. So what is the first instruction in input? @first column. So @first column, how many places? Because you have given in format instructions as 4 dot. So 4 places has to be read to customer type. So see, next, it's loading the first value in PDV. Next, @fifth column. So from 5th column till 8 places, because of this instructions, 8 places, it has to read MMDDYY. So it's reading month, day, year, and saving it as SAS date, which is number of days. Then @14th column, item group is a character type of variable, 8 places. From here to here, it's reading as item group. It's character. And @22nd column, so this is 20th row, sorry, column. 2 is for this telling 20th column. 22nd column, 3 places, column name is discount. Because we are asking it to read it as percent, it will be saving and reading it as numbers 0.15. Got it? Yeah. So when it encounters run, we know by default run has the nature of implicit output and implicit return. Implicit output means default nature, whatever is the content of PDV currently, which has been finished processing for your first record, has to be written to your data portion of your new data set. And second role of run is go back to your data again. So it will go back to your data to perform the next data cycle for your second row. Hence, this is what will happen. And when it moves back to your data statement again, your current contents of your PDV will be written to your output data set and your PDV will get initialized to missing. Why it's reinitializing in second data step? Because these columns are not coming from existing data sets. They are newly been created always by reading from raw file. Hence, they always get reinitialized to missing. If you remember, when we created a new variable reading from existing data set, at this always in upcoming iterations, the new variable were getting reinitialized to missing.
Yeah.
Why? Because those were newly created as data step was processing, but the variables which were contributed by input data set were not getting reinitialized to missing. That is why it's telling here, because these variables are newly been created always when data is been read, because it's reading from raw file, they are getting reinitialized in PDV at every data step iteration. And this process continues until the end of your file marker of your raw file. So if your raw file has 19 rows, your data step will process 19 times. All right. So this is what, when you see the proc print, now we had simply read this data. There wasn't any instructions how to display the value. Hence, by default, the original data is been seeing here that the date is saved as SAS date, which is number of days. And this is the discount, which is into simple numbers. But if you apply format in proc print, the same data in your report will apply that format. Got it? Any questions here?
No.
No? And we have an exercise. So before moving to this exercise, you can try out this demonstration. Try out this.
We have to create this, or it's in number in our demo?
Yes. So remember, can anyone share me your screen?
Yeah, sure.
Come to your studio.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Now see at your left hand side below PG2, scroll down. See this address dot dat. See this discount dot where it is. See charity dot dat. You have this raw files. Okay.
Charity, yeah.
Yeah, but we are working on offers. So if you scroll down,
Also. Offers.
see this offers. So because it's within SAS Studio will not what we can support this format. But
Hmm.
wherever you have, if you remember the files which you have downloaded on your desktop, where in which folder, go to that folder. Where is this originally files before we uploaded in your studio?
Yes.
PG2. No, that is course notes. Somewhere you have downloaded
Yes,
as
yes.
SAS PG2.
It was actually recent one. Second. I think this one. Here. Can you see my screen, Ashwini?
Double click this type. Yo. Below. Next to size. There's a
Next
column
size.
called type. Double click it. Okay. Scroll down. These are all your codes. So I had given another folder, see, remember, which had the data files.
Uh,
No, not
here
here.
in this? No?
No, not here. Go back, go back.
Ask education something folder.
See this ZJ.
This one?
Open this.
Yeah, SAS
Hmm.
education. In that we can-
Correct. Open this also. Now double click this type again, so that all same type files will be saved. Okay. Now scroll down.
we can select that files from the type.
Yeah, scroll down.
Here.
Okay. See, this is all DAT files.
Yeah.
So click this offers, right click.
Oh, okay.
It will open in video pad because it's by default
So
program,
let
which
me
is been,
cancel this.
yeah. I'm
Let's
just explaining you why it's opening
Okay.
in video, because
Okay.
it is a by default file which has been set up to open any of this file. So right click. See, you have this below share, open with. Come down.
Open with.
Yeah,
Open with, right?
right. Click that. Click more apps.
Notepad?
Click notepad. Yes.
Yeah.
This is the raw file.
Correct.
Okay. So
Hmm.
this same raw file we have uploaded in your studio.
Okay.
But
So,
in studio, it will not support to open in this form. That's why when you click that file in studio, it downloaded it.
okay.
Remember, go to your studio. See here, charity dot below. Before you search
Yeah,
above
here, this
Windows.
one.
Correct. It got downloaded because you double clicked in SAS Studio. Because
Mhm.
SAS Studio does not give this support to open in a specific
Yeah, so we have to
file
give
form.
path, right? So how
Correct.
I
So what
can
you will
give?
do is go back to that for offers.dat. No, not here. This is on your this is external on your PC. Come to your SAS Studio. We have to give the path from studio, right? So within this files, where is the offer here?
Here.
Here,
So we
right
have to
click,
right click
properties.
properties. Okay.
So this is where
And I
it
have to
has
cat.
been. Yes,
Okay.
you have to
Copy.
copy this.
And we
Got
have to
it?
put it in file. Yeah.
Right.
Got it.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. So you can stop sharing.
Yeah.
I'll share my code. So this was the thing which we had to work on.
Hmm.
Next topic, controlling when a record loads. It will be a topic where for a single observation you have multiple rows. I mean, in case if you check this data, it's for address for a single person. In your raw file, it's showing it is taking 4 lines, but we are going to read it as a single observation. So that is why it's telling the controlling when a record loads. So if we'll check this output is skipping this record. This record is not there in your data set,
Hmm.
right? So how the instructions will be given so that multiple rows are read as single observation, and you can also skip one of the column or one of the record from your raw file which creates a column, but that column itself is not created. Hence you have address 2. You have two address lines, address 1, address 2. Of course, this is a phone number, which is this new column, but you have skipped address 1. That is the whole record like this. So how we'll read it? So we'll see this example, or we'll see this scenario next time, not today, because it will take a bit time for you to understand.
This is actually not address 1 or address. This is one full address.
Yeah,
But I
but we
don't know
have
how they
multiple
are.
lines
Yeah, multiple
in your
lines.
data record.
Correct.
So hence this comes your address to line, this comes address one line for us to create as a SAS data set.
Okay.
It is a one full address accepted, but in your raw data, it's taking multiple line.
Multiple lines, yeah.
But we want this multiple line as a single column.
Mhm.
So address 2, it's not like alternate address 2. Okay, here means address line number 1, line number 2. In short,
Okay.
that is how it is. But we'll see it in our next class, not today. But this is just an introduction for a new scenario, that you have to create a SAS data set that contains the necessary information for company's contact directory. And this is how the address directory you have in a raw file. And you'll have to create a structured SAS data set. All right, so we'll see this in our next class.